Hello Aquarius, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is the second half of June of 2020 career and finance, creativity and money reading. For the second half of June of 2020, if I didn't say, it's been a long day. Let's go ahead and start. I'll be starting with the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland, and then I'm going to bring in, for further clarification, the Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue. This reading is about where we are headed during the second half of 2020. For the year of 2020 is about new decisions, new connections, new directions, connecting with people or creating something whereby we can manifest a solid foundation, not only in the area of finances and things of the material, but spiritually and emotionally. Are you interested and excited about what you do day to day? What is it that is exciting to you? Have you discovered your purpose? How can you offer a service? For as you share your gifts and skills, clarity is found and you will pay those bills. Trust in spirit and the signs that guide you, for you will find that others will walk beside you. A construction worker creates bears and eagles from wood, and others see his work is good. So he has found his purpose. People will love what you create and will want to and get excited about what you make. Creativity, if you enjoy what you do, will bring blessings in your life back to you. So are you doing what you were meant to do? Are you doing what God's purpose was for you? God has guided you and will continue to guide you to find peace, joy, and contentment in what it is that you do today, day to day. Whether it's creatively, financially, whatever you do that you enjoy that brings you peace, joy, and contentment, that is what will eventually bring you the money you need to pay those bills. But it's about living in a path of doing something you enjoy every day where you can find great contentment and joy. You know, we're all ending up in the same internet platform. So instead of working under a CEO, we're going to become our own CEOs. We're all going to make things from our homes and market it from and ship it from our homes. We can now become a journalist without going to school by just obtaining wisdom and knowledge and putting and researching all that information and posting it on say a YouTube channel regularly. Because with 8 billion people, you will end up connecting with those of like mind who support you. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless whichever Aquarius I'm reading for with clearly defined messages regarding the second half of June of 2020 in the area of career and finance, creativity, and money. Okay, so we have an Aquarius in the center of the Celtic spread who is dealing with some form of old emotions. Emotions that involve the unpredictable, constant motion of things. Unsure of what it is that they want to give birth to for some. Now, when this card shows up, this tells me that by mid-June of 2020, this Aquarius has come to the realization of what it is they want to give birth to. An idea, a hobby, gift, talent, skill, or maybe a higher paying position, maybe a job in a new location. Yes. So Spirit is guiding you in the foundation position to continue to plant seeds, to know that whatever seeds you have planted when it comes to your ideas, job applications, and etc., that they have indeed taken root. And with the waiting game energies, eventually, with the number 2, there will come a new direction, a new opportunity, a new offer. In the recent past, this Aquarius was walking in their shadow side. They were fearful. They were dealing with parts of themselves, maybe not even looking at the light of their truth. And now is the time to say, I'm going to give birth to a new path, a new beginning. I'm going to get clear with myself, even in the midst of all this confusion, as to what I want to make come manifest. I know with the waiting game energies that it's going to take a little bit of time here, but I know in my thoughts that I have the fertility energies, the ability with spiritual assistance with the Holy Trinity number 3, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. As I pray to Spirit to help me to give birth to a higher, better path for myself, I can come out of this energy of mental conflict. So I do feel like from the 16th to the 23rd of June of 2020, this Aquarius is wanting to move into a new direction. They may have planted new seeds in hopes that they can give birth to a new direction, but they are dealing with some form of conflict, looking at someone who's walking in their shadow side, or maybe it's just them, dealing with unpredictable, constant motion, trying to keep their feet on the ground as they are planning some form of new direction. Now, look at that. In the actions position, Aquarius, during the second half of June of 2020, we have the number 1. So this is about a new path, a new beginning, taking action to plant new seeds. Look at that. The seeds that you are planting will take root. So what is it you are working towards? I feel like as you are giving birth to new ideas, new goals and intentions, new directions, it's the process of getting excited about prosperity that you are creating and beginning in a new direction that will free you from this mental conflict that's going on. Now, in the spiritual advice position, Spirit is saying to Aquarius with the number 7, it is important that you choose wisely. Maybe you're fearing that you're not going to make the right choice. And that's what the mental conflict is about. So Spirit is saying, what is it that you are planting and are wanting to make come manifest in your life? Because Spirit is helping for you to give birth to forward movement. But we do have some mental conflict here, and I want to get deeper about that in a little bit. Now, in the hopes and fears position, we do have a firm foundation. So I feel like this Aquarius is really hoping that they'll be able to plant seeds, goals, and intentions to step into a more solid foundation. With the number 4, this is safety and security, having to do with home, family, and business. It's like I'm planting seeds in hopes that I will create contentment and stability, a solid foundation where I can push beyond this mental conflict and hopefully make the highest, best decision on my own behalf. Now, in the outcome position representing the end of June of 2020, look at this. New paths, new beginnings with a number 2, number 2, number 2. So we have some form of spiritual union, coming into union with those whom you were meant to connect with. This process is going to help you to plant new seeds that are taking root, to move into a new direction where there will be a solid foundation and very positive connections for you. Unions with those whom Spirit is helping you to come into connection with. There's just a lot of indecision here during the second half of June of 2020. So let's look a little bit deeper. In a 3-card spread to my left, we've got the first couple cards representing mid-June of 2020. So Spirit is saying, step out of the shadow side, step out of what was holding you back in the past, unhealthy thoughts, feelings, emotions. Step into the light of your truth and let go of these old emotions or frustrations or inner conflict. For Spirit is trying to guide you into the path of your destiny. Again, we want to assist you with 2 number 3s, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, with the ability to rejoice in celebration your destiny, eventually coming into union with the right person, place, circumstance, situation by the end of June. Now, some of you may be thinking of a mother figure with the intuition energies about this new direction, again, a number 2, and some form of emotional withdrawal. How do I let go? How do I move ahead? How do I heal? And how do I get clear with Spirit about, as I listen to my intuition, the achievements I want to manifest when it comes to a more solid foundation? So there's a lot of thinking here about the number 4, safety and security in the area of home, family, or business, and decisions about a new direction, movement, and choices. Now, by the week of June 22nd of 2020, we have an Aquarius who is being guided to take authority over this mental conflict. Okay, it's time to sit in solitude and to take action, to decide what is this new path I want, and to know that as you plant seeds, goals, and intentions, ideas, as you create paintings, songs, and or put in applications in a direction you want to go, this is you in the actions position, taking authority as you sit in solitude, to bring an old path to an end, to come out of mental conflict, and to trust that Spirit is going to help you to make the right decision when it comes to a new direction, where you can give birth to a new beginning, though it may take a little bit of time, or it feels like it. Yeah, there's fear here in the area of financial and material change during the week of June 22nd of 2020, but the universe energy is here. So something has gone full circle. A path no longer serves you. And it is indeed time to step into the portal of a new beginning and face your fears. To obtain wisdom that Spirit's trying to give you with the number 3 again, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, wisdom. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. For Spirit is wanting to help you to make a wish come true. They're going to be bringing you signs and synchronicities as to how you can give birth to a new direction, to a more solid foundation. So by the end of June of 2020, Aquarius, here you are reflecting on the beautiful story of your life. The High Priest is looking at your story, recognizing how far you have come, is giving you a pat on the back. You are looking at the next chapter in connection to another or others and a new home or business, location, circumstance, situation. The only warning is to not allow yourself to become bored and discontent, for that is what is going to cause the energies of mental conflict. As you plant seeds, goals, and intentions, prosperity will start to evolve. A new path will start to open up with the number 1, right? Through your actions of planting seeds, goals, and intentions, so that you can get clear with Spirit about the right direction, so that you can choose wisely the journey ahead, even in the midst of mental conflict. At some point in time, with the Holy Trinity again, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, number 3, you will be receiving the recognition and attention and reward that you deserve, a firm foundation. So do not fear that this is not possible, but instead have hope with the number 4 that you will find safety and security in the area of home, family, and connections with others, that you will connect with the right people, places, circumstances, and direction, that eventually you'll be able to leave the energies of heartache and loss behind, again with the number 3, and actually take and travel or move into positive direction forward, into a positive direction. Yes, sacrificing muddy waters, letting go of old things you used to love. For it is time for new beginnings and a transformation. It's time to start to get excited about your life. And some of you, if you just continue to research and put time and effort into your future, Spirit is going to help for you to give birth to making the right decisions and to come out of some form of mental conflict here. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, we're bringing in the Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue for further clarification and closure regarding this current spread. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels for Aquarius in the second half of June of 2020. Yes, so where there were old emotions, unpredictable, constant motions, worries, and fears, Spirit is saying this Aquarius by mid-June of 2020 will start to feel those blocks being lifted. Previous obstacles came from fear, and now they are being lifted away. Old fears are dissipating by mid-June of 2020. So in the thoughts position, what is it I'm going to give birth to? Spirit is saying now is a time to learn or to teach. It is a part of one's calling. So if you've been thinking about something you're good at and how you can teach others, maybe online, maybe there's some more information you want to learn before turning that wisdom into knowledge, or knowledge into wisdom, right? Knowledge is power. So if there's something you've always wanted to learn about or do, now is the time to take those classes, to learn or to teach others what it is you know. And for those of you whom have been working on that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, in the foundation, we have the seeds planted, the roots are taking root, and things are starting to sprout. Okay, and Spirit's saying this is all about time management. So place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and do not allow distractions, okay, to deter your focus. Continue to plant seeds and to tend to those seeds and follow up on those ideas. For in the past, maybe you were walking in your shadow side of fear or unhealthy circumstances, situations, and connections. But you started stepping into the light of your truth, figuring out a higher, better path for yourself. And it says you had energies of inspiration. They're saying, yes, your idea is or was divinely inspired. And now you can take action accordingly to set it in motion. The blocks are being lifted. You can teach or you can learn, but you need to keep your priorities clear with yourself on top of your to-do list day to day. And some of you may be working on that mid-June of 2020. Now, from the 16th to around the 23rd of June of 2020, Aquarius, there is some form of mental conflict about a new direction, a new path, a new person, situation. And Spirit's saying, express your inner truth. Your creative work shines brightest when it reflects your genuine feelings. So come out of mental conflict. Express your truth. Maybe a truth you have could teach another. Yes, that's what I heard. Okay, so in the actions position, this is about as you planted those seeds, goals, and intentions, they started to take root, and now they are bearing fruit. So this is you taking action in the second half of June of 2020. They're saying as you plant new seeds, goals, and intentions and continue to tend to your priorities, invest time in self-care. Recognize the truth of a situation that has caused you mental conflict and know that your creative work will shine brightly when it reflects your true feelings and thoughts. Interesting. So the spiritual advice is to choose wisely. Don't get caught up in mental conflict. Express your truth, if only to yourself. This is what I want. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm working towards. I'm nurturing myself and I'm giving birth to teaching or learning, and I'm recognizing that the blocks of the past are being lifted. Spirit saying, choose wisely. Look at how far you've come. Maybe update your CV or resume or practice an idea that you could do to create your own small business. For your actions will result in incoming abundance and prosperity. As soon as you come out of mental conflict and face your truth, as soon as you step into the light of who you are and what you've learned, some of you can take what you've learned and help guide another or others. Now, in the hopes and fears position, of course, you're hoping for a solid foundation. And Spirit's advice is to remain true to yourself. Don't compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice. Express your truth. Stay true to yourself. Focus on your priorities. Come out of mental conflict. Nurture yourself as you plant and give birth to new directions, ideas, and know that Spirit's going to help you to choose wisely as you move into a higher, better direction, and that your actions will indeed result in greater abundance. Now, in the outcome position by the end of the month of June of 2020, there is a very spiritual union. You are drawn in connection with others, maybe in a new location, maybe with a new idea. And Spirit saying now you can be more vulnerable. So listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration, and then pray for strength. The strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. So it's about learning or teaching, freeing yourself from unhealthy thoughts, expressing your true feelings, even though it may feel difficult for you, nurturing yourself as you get your priorities in line and continue to make decisions to move into the direction of greater prosperity. Stay true to yourself. Don't compromise. Listen to and trust your inner voice. Express your inner truth. For your creative work shines more brightly when it reflects your genuine feelings. So this is about really getting in touch with the depth of yourself, right? Somebody here has been blocking who and what they were meant to be. They were afraid to be vulnerable. For some, you're moving into a new direction. You're going to connect with someone, and it's going to be the right person, the right manager, the right location, the right idea, the right direction. And you're going to come out of this feeling more vulnerable. And that sounds scary, but it's very, very good. Stay true to yourself and heal yourself from whatever you were conflicted about in the past. For blocks are being lifted, and through teaching or learning, as you plant new seeds, goals, and intentions, you will, with spiritual assistance in the number 7, choose a direction of greater prosperity. So stay true to you, take care of you. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Let Spirit guide you into a sacred union, a spiritual union with another or others. For some, maybe at a distance. And for others, this is just connecting with someone differently and getting clear about what you've learned. I feel like somebody here could really help other people who have been not in your shoes, who haven't been in your shoes. And you're trying to guide them you've been there, done that, and it's okay to explain that to people and help lift people up. But that's going to involve vulnerability. So the card on the bottom of the deck, Aquarius, is Law of Attraction. Keep your thoughts positive and surround yourself with positive people and situations, for you will attract more positivity in your life. Good people, good things, good circumstances will happen. If you stay true to yourself, your goals and intentions, maintain your priorities, and get clear about who you are and what you're going to create, where you are headed, what you're giving birth to. For whatever inspired you in the past, it couldn't happen because of these unpredictable, constant emotions that were blocking you. But that's going to come off of you as you nurture yourself and plant clear goals and intentions. As you listen to your vulnerable feelings and the wisdom and inspiration you have learned along the way. Some of you could really help to guide other people out of difficulty. And maybe you have to do that first before you can move forward. There's definitely a call to open up your vulnerability and to know that your efforts will eventually bring you greater prosperity and the right people, the right connections. And you'll be connecting with new people in a completely different way than you did in the past, because you have allowed yourself to be freed from mental conflict and to just be vulnerable. Wow. You can attract great people to you. And you can receive a lot of attention and recognition. But you've got to let go of a desire to control how things are going to transpire. And in the meantime, give thanks to all the blessings. Yes, somebody here may be helping younger people. I was feeling that a lot. So use your sensitive, touchy feelings as your muse for inspiration and creativity in your life and in the lives of another or others during the second half of June of 2020. So should these messages have resonated and you have further questions and or would like your own personal energy read, feel free to write me at my email for a personal reading. My email address is josiek42@gmail.com. I offer a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below this video. I am still offering the Now Summer Special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you to those of you whom have liked, shared, and subscribed. Thank you so very much to those of you whom have donated. Take care and God bless.